Hey guys, okay, I got this question. It was actually from one of the girls in my online program, my top 50 group. So I've got a Q&A where people can ask me, people I work with can ask me questions back and forth in my online top 50 program. But this actually came up on my Snapchat as well. So I'm going to do a full video because it's obviously something that's affecting a few people. And given that today is Monday, it may help just kind of get your ass into gear, for the lack of a better way, or using her words. Basically, she asked me, how do you get your ass into gear on days that you don't feel like training, particularly at the start of the week on a Monday or later in the week when you're starting to get tired? So I talked to her through my gym routine, or through my pre-gym routine, and what I do that helps me. So I'm just going to do a video now and expand a little bit more on basically what I do, because it doesn't matter what level you're training at, whether you've been training for 15 years, I'm nearly 16 years training, or if you're just the first time going to a gym, you'll struggle with motivation at times. You know, everybody is like that. So what I do is I've got kind of a couple of go-to things when I have days when I'm just not feeling it. And I have that because anyone that follows me, you know, I've got Holly, my little girl, she's a year and a half. Like there'll be nights when she won't sleep, and you know, I get up at 5:30 to work, and I just won't have slept and I won't feel like training that day. But there's a couple of things that I do that just get me into the mood and get me into the zone, and then I actually feel so much better out the other side when I get it done. So what I normally do is, obviously staying on top of your nutrition is absolutely crucial, because if you're not getting your energy from that side of things, it doesn't matter what you do from a mental or physiological point of view. If your nutrition is off, your body's not going to have the energy to be able to train. So even if you haven't slept or you just don't feel motivated, if you're eating foods like processed foods and foods that are taking away your energy, you're not going to have the energy to train anyway. So obviously getting nutrition, I'm assuming nutrition is on point and that everything is in order there, because the girl in my online program, nutrition's on point. She was just asking me about actually getting the motivation to train on like a Monday when she's not feeling a bit floggy after the weekend. So what I do is I kind of have supplements that I will turn to on those days that I'm really flagging. So normally this is where people bring in their pre-workouts. I normally will dose up my caffeine a little bit higher than normal to kind of kick my central nervous system into gear if I'm not feeling it on a certain day or I haven't slept that well that night before. So what I'll normally do is I'll have like one of the clean pre-workouts, or I'll have like a really extra strong cup of coffee, something that has like 200 to 400 milligrams of caffeine, so even the caffeine tablets. Or I'll double up my green tea extract and go and have at least 1,000 milligrams. So I'm getting that caffeine kick. It's kind of lifting my body up and bringing me back to at least baseline. After that, then it's down to the routine that I use. So what I do is, on my way to the gym, I have music on YouTube. I listen to the Matthew M, I think is the name of the YouTube channel, and he's got videos on there called Desire and Sacrifice, and they're basically just motivational quotes and motivational phrases dubbed over with music, and I normally listen to that on my way to the gym. That puts me into a mindset of, I'm going to smash my workout today. I actually do this every single day, whether I'm feeling it or not. That routine helps kick, because your body will make associations. You'll have, your comparative bias, one of your cognitive biases in your brain, where your brain will associate something with something else. So like if you can remember like songs from your childhood and you hear it and you're like, oh, it brings you right back to that time, or you smell a perfume from an ex-girlfriend or a aftershave from an ex-boyfriend and it reminds you of them, that's an associative bias that you have in your brain. Your brain will automatically associate that thing with something else that's completely irrelevant to it. So what I do is, when you plug that in and you can develop a routine and have a system or a song or a playlist or whatever it is that you use in the gym, you're going to switch your body into gear. And from a neuroscience point of view, your body, neurologically, your brain is going to associate, right, it's time to train, and it's going to switch you into gear. So what I would recommend you do is either build a playlist or follow those channels on YouTube. I think it's Matthew M, Matthew with a Z, it's like a Polish name, and he's got those great videos on there, and get yourself used to using those when you train, because then when you plug them in on days when you're not feeling it, your body is going to know it's time to train. So what I normally do is, I'll have my extra little bit of caffeine to kick my body into gear. I'll plug in my music or my YouTube videos that I'm listening to, and that's going to put me into a position that I know I'm going to have a workout today, and it's just going to automatically get me into gear. The other things that help as well is, if you know you're struggling the same time every week, try loading up like your carbs the day before and give yourself, because if it's you're physically drained, it may be just that your body is just not had enough nutrients that day or the day before. So if you know that it's every Monday you feel it, maybe have your refeed or your cheat or your free meal or whatever it is on a Sunday, so that you're ready to go on a Monday, because your body and your glucose is loaded through your brain, loaded through your body, and physiologically and actually from a physical point of view, you're ready to rock and roll. So that's what I would do. And I've done that where I used to always feel really, really sluggish on a Monday. And then I started having my refeeds on a Sunday and I was ready to rock on Monday. And then using the caffeine and then using the YouTube clips or music or a playlist or whatever it is to help. And that really, really worked for me. So again, it's just me sharing what works for me. If you have a different routine, comment it down below, particularly if it's on the Facebook page. I'll be replying for the next 24 hours. Comment what you do below, because it might even help me get an idea of different things that other people do when they're not feeling up for the gym. What do you do? Do you have a playlist that you listen to? Do you have a supplement that you take? Do you have a strategy that you tell yourself to get yourself in the zone when you're just not feeling it on those days? So if you do, please comment it below, because I'd love to read it and I'll reply to as many as I can over the next 24 hours. So I hope this video helps. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like and share the page, or watching this on like and subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube, and if you're watching on Facebook, I'll be replying for the next 24 hours.